We are back at it again here with another video at the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, continuing to fight to hold support here at a pivotal area of support and bouncing off of it, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area at today's highs and rejecting off key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 10:50 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. And some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And we're going to talk about the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow, what's going on with the inflow versus outflow, and bull and bear indicators. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run day was spectacular, beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run day was from our Tesla bot. Our Tesla bot at 8:20 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. And some options even went higher than that. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from the dip area to the rip area on 42 vision. And if this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, under a bear indicator at the 449.60 area, not that far off of the same area bear indicator popped up yesterday. So that seems to be a huge resistance level here within the volatility of the last several days, and outflows went ahead and crossed over to the downside. And these inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. They're going to be crucial and critical going into tomorrow. Now, you could see how the fight here continues of the support right at the 445 area, fighting there every single time, bouncing off of it. And for the last 2 days, it actually went ahead and hit dip areas. And today, it has not hit a dip area. It's only hit red bars. That's something to not ignore here within the charts. Now, it does not guarantee or mean that it won't hit white with red borders or that it can't bounce from here and find support, but it has not completed the transition on 42 vision on the 30-minute, and it does not guarantee it has to but something to not overlook. Now, outflows do seem to have slowed down here, sitting sideways and hitting some of the highest outflows that we've seen in the last several days at negative 4.15. Definitely something to not ignore here, and I'll be watching if these inflows could pick back up and start reflecting that strength into these charts to eventually cancel out this bear indicator with a possible bull indicator. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could go ahead and see here in the bigger picture how it's fighting there to stay close to the midpoint. Definitely something to not ignore. Got a bull indicator in the pre-market at 448. Inflows crossed over, hit highs here of 1.99. If you just want to round that up to 2, you can. And then it came right back down and currently sitting at negative 0.65. Now, if these outflows continue to the downside, that weakness can continue to reflect into these charts and possibly go ahead and retest key support levels. And that's something to not overlook here in the bigger picture, and a bear indicator at the 448 area. Now, if these inflows could pick back up, that's going to be crucial and critical to possibly reflect that strength back up into these charts and cancel out this bear indicator as well on the 1 hour chart. Now, if we zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, we could go ahead and see here in the volatility of the charts how outflows crossed over in the first half of the day. Bear indicator at 449.50, did a full transition from the rip area to the dip area, and in the second half of the day, it is fighting to hold support here above the 445 area, a critical support level all week long, and it continues to bounce off of it. And the question mark is, could it continue into tomorrow? Well, the first thing is these inflows do need to cross over to start reflecting any further strength into these charts, possibly cancel out that bear indicator with a possible bull indicator and retest the resistance up here of the 447.50 area and break through it, use it as support, and roll over the strength if these inflows cross over into the 30-minute chart. That is something to not ignore. Now, what are the key levels I would watch? Well, the first thing is support, guys, and the first support level is the 445 area. And if that gets broken through and the outflows continue below the midpoint, the next support level I'll be watching is the 443 area and then the 440 area. That's going to be crucial and critical to not ignore. Now, to the upside, it's going to be critical for these inflows to pick back up on the 30-minute and on the 1 hour as well, as it's really close to the midpoint, and go ahead and cancel out these bear indicators with possible bull indicators as that strength reflects into these charts. And especially here on the 15-minute, in the volatility, these inflows are trying to pick up and they're getting close to the midpoint. It's going to be crucial and critical for it to cross over. I'm going to be watching that very carefully going into tomorrow and see if this bear indicator can get canceled by a possible bull indicator and try to roll over that strength into the 30-minute as well. Pull up these inflows towards the midpoint, and the first resistance is the 447.50 area, where it rejected 3 times in the second half of the day. And if that's used as support and it pushes away from it to the upside, the next resistance is the 450 area, and then I'll be watching the 452 to 453 area. So those are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them as they're trying to pick up in the volatility of the 15-minute. It needs to cross over to start to reflect any possible strength into these charts, and I'll be watching if it can roll over that strength to start pulling up these inflows towards the midpoint on the 30-minute chart as well. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money. So if you made it this far into the video and you are a swing trader or looking to gain an edge when it comes to swing trading, you're definitely going to want to check this out. And this is our new swing bot that will be fully released really soon. And so far, it has sent 2 notifications in the last several days, right? The first one, as you see it popping up there, was NVIDIA on Friday of last week at around $444. And the other one was Tesla yesterday in the pre-market. And from yesterday to today, and even yesterday alone, it ran up nearly $10 plus. Now, when it comes to the NVIDIA one, you could see it popping up there on the screen. I shared the chart yesterday, and I also circled an area, as you see it there in the chart, how it kept on bouncing off that support and trying to hold above 444. And then I put a line across when that notification came in. And now you're seeing this other chart, which I shared today in the pre-market. And I stated, right, you could see the same line there. And I put the swing bot notification there at around the 444 area. It was already opening up from yesterday to today at 449. And I talked about in that purple area, the area that kept on acting like support. And there was a strong resistance in the pre-market and previous days at the 452 area. And the bulls would need to break through that for possible continuation. Not guaranteed, but it was important, and inflows needed to cross. Now, when you see it here in the next chart, going into the open, it was broken through, bull indicator popped up, and then inflows crossed over. And you could see the purple area that continued to act like support. And NVIDIA calls were up nearly 100% plus with the swing notification bot since it was sent out, right? And you can see that blue line again where that notification was sent at that after hours on Friday. So this is our new swing bot. If you take a look at Tesla too, it sent it out at around the $256 area, and Tesla went to highs here of nearly $270 in the last 2 days. And it was sent out yesterday in the pre-market, right around this area, and the full move. So typically with these swing bots and the notifications that come in, they're there to add perspective. Nothing's guaranteed, but the goal is for it to add perspective. Take a look for possible support levels and bullish confirmations of a reversal, and from there it typically pans out within several days to weeks. But sometimes it can happen this fast within 1 or 2 days. And when it does, I typically tend to make a rational decision because maybe my goals and strategy and expectations have been met, right? I don't want to get too greedy either, but I wanted to share with you guys our new swing bot that's going to be notifying directly into our Discord on high probability opportunities based off specific criterias and dip areas of wire Fred borders, as I call them, on multiple time frames and other criterias to confirm of the possibility of it looking like a possible support or area to not ignore for a possible swing of a reversal. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.